Hi all. Today you will see legendary news bloopers from decades in which news anchors could not stop laughing. A news anchor couldn't help but laugh because of a technical glitch.
A Boise, Idaho woman is considered a medical miracle. Laura Esterman was struck by lightning nearly a month ago, and she was considered officially dead. Thankfully, CPR from her mom revived her heart, but she laid in a coma for 2 weeks, and then she defied all odds and woke up. Well, obviously, there was a problem with that tape. She doesn't really sound like that. She doesn't remember the accident, but the evidence is clear. I am so sorry. Laura's learning to walk again after the lightning burned her legs, and we'll have more on that story and hopefully get that tape fixed for you.
Well, Sloan Brown has a, you can see her in the background. She unfortunately is on crutches tonight, so she is. Sloan Brown fell down.
A radiator hose turning a factory into a shrine.
And how much should a girl pay for great genes for her baby? She wants a man. One man wants $1 million. I didn't mean that.
News anchor Jim Vance couldn't stop laughing as he talked about Fashion Week.
This is Fashion Week over in Paris. The latest fashions are on the runway for next spring. But there was a problem out there today. One of the British designers' shows had a difficulty. A model fell down twice. That's her going down once. The young woman wearing that pink skirt and the orange platform shoes never quite recovered after that. There she goes again. That had to hurt. That was uncool. That's embarrassing. This is at least the second time.
Well, you all are just really tickled by that, aren't you? You try walking in those shoes.
Hey, first of all, baby, I got enough meat on me that it's all right.
George. I'm sorry. Come on, girl.
We want to apologize.
Hold on. You want to try? You want me to read more?
You're a dog. Oh, he lives to do that to me.
Fox 13 news anchor made the entire studio laugh while talking about the weather forecast.
Tonight, a 7.2 magnitude earthquake rattled Alaska's seismically active Aleutian Islands. It was magnitude 7.2. It was a very large earthquake. The good thing is there were no immediate reports of any damages or injuries. So,
from that magnitude?
Now we find out what made the correspondent laugh so much and prevented him from reporting.
On the New York Stock Exchange, prices were lower despite a late rally. The trading was very active. Ed Berger's coming up in just a few moments. The Dow Jones Industrials closed down nearly 2 points. An average share of common stock gained 4 cents. More than 37 million shares were traded. Well,
I got it.
tonight, our money reporter Ed Berger is prepared, I think, to talk turkey on inflation. Ed?
Tony, you know, the current inflation problem has made it very difficult to get any bargains. Now, it seems appropriate that...
Now we will learn news about the most expensive fish in the world.
You know, raising tropical fish is a hobby for millions of people, and for some a lucrative business as well. Gasson is an example of one little goldfish worth more than his weight in gold, although he's not much to look at with that pot belly and lumpy sort of head. He recently took first in a local breeders show in Japan. Now, Gasson is, I can't say this, is worth about $1,600. But he's really worth more than that to his 78-year-old owner. He's been in the business of raising the rare Chinese fish for 40 years and says once you get involved with the tiny fish, you get hooked.
Well, this family is hooked on something else. The Savannah, Georgia family is hooked on Coca-Cola. They collect memorabilia with the famous drinks logo, anything to do with Coke.
The News anchors were surprised by the 911 call and couldn't stop laughing.
A councilman from Dearborn, Michigan is outraged over a 911 call. He wants to know why no charges have been filed against a police officer who admits to confiscating marijuana from suspects and then baking it in brownies. And once he and his wife were full and high, they thought they'd overdosed and called 911.
I think I'm having an overdose at the store with my wife.
Overdose of what?
Marijuana. I don't know if it had something in it. Can you please send rescue?
Do you guys have fever or anything?
No, I think we're dying.
Okay, how much did you guys have?
I don't know. We made brownies, and I think we're dead. Time is going by really, 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 really slow.
Well, instead of being charged, Prilla. Sorry. Instead of being charged, the police department let the officer.
Here's a story you may not believe. A University of California Medical Center team has successfully removed a 200-pound ovarian tumor, 1 yard in diameter, from a 30-year-old woman. Physicians said that the tumor had been growing since the patient, who was not identified, was 15 years old and asked a doctor about an enlargement of her stomach. The doctor told her she was eating too much and put her on a diet. A 7-member team removed the benign tumor. After 4.5 hours of surgery on May 24th, the patient was released from the hospital this week and said, "It's the first time in years I've been able to cross my legs." Oh, darn.
That's Roy Davis, and he's the president of Cumberland Caverns.
How many organs does he have?
Now, he has had as many as 6. He's got 4 now, which gives him 4% of all the organs, theater organs in the country.
Can't you just see your wife when you come home and say, "I'm going to start collecting organs"? And that's something, you know, I have a hard enough trouble with my hobby, and there's just not enough room for all that. Does he have them all working?
No, he has got one that works and 3 in the sheds in the backyard.
Okay. Hope Hines comes along next. Sport.